Hello guys, welcome to my channel yet again. Before we get started, kindly consider subscribing. So today we are going to make cinnamon rolls, and first of all what we need, in a stand mixer we are using the bowl, so you will need 2¼ cups of all-purpose flour. We have it there. Then after that we'll need 7 grams, which is equivalent to, it should be 2 to 2½ teaspoons of yeast. Yeah, 7 grams. So mine, I guess I've decided to use 2 teaspoons. Yeah, so we have our instant yeast or active dry yeast, 7 grams, which is an equivalent of 2 to 2½ teaspoons. So we have our all-purpose flour, and then we have our yeast. So what we are going to do, we are going to mix this at medium low speed, trying to, yeah, so we are going to mix at low speed for it to be combined well. I don't think my stand mixer is doing a great job, so I'm going to mix using something else. Maybe I can just get this one and mix with it, because after all we are just going to mix at low speed. Yeah, so we mixed our yeast and all-purpose flour. Remember, the yeast is 7 grams, 2 teaspoons. Yeah, so that's it. So we let this one sit here. Then let's go to the next step. So our next step, in a saucepan, or maybe you can call it a sufuria, we are going to have milk. So the saucepan is on heat. Yeah, so it's under heat. You should have it on medium low heat using the small burner of your cooker. Just have the heat there at low or medium. So our pan or sufuria is already heating. So we are going to add milk, 1 cup of milk, an equivalent of 240 ml. So we have our milk. Then we are going to add sugar, around 65 grams of sugar. I'm going to add sugar. And then we are going to add ½ teaspoon of salt. ½ teaspoon of salt, we have it there. And then we are going to add some butter or margarine. Let me get it. See the milk. So we are going to add some butter, margarine, 75 grams. So this mixture should be strictly lukewarm for it to activate our yeast. It shouldn't be hot, it shouldn't be cold, it should be lukewarm strictly. So just mix it. So this is how our mixture looks like. Yeah, it looks like this. So this is our next step. We have our milk, butter, sugar and salt mixture here. So at low speed I'm going to add this mixture into our flour. Remember, the flour has got yeast. That's why we really need this mixture to be lukewarm for it to activate the yeast. So I'm going to add it in. Let me have my mixer on, but I'm going to later on use my hand. So I'm going to remove it here and use my hand. So I'm going to use this cooking stick. Actually, if you don't have a stand mixer, you can use your hands. It's really hectic using this stand mixer anyway. Yeah, if you don't have a stand mixer, you can always use your hands. So I'm going to mix a little bit, then add in the eggs one by one. So I'm going to add in the eggs one by one as I mix them, I mean. At low speed. So we are going to add the next egg. Mix again at low speed. Then now the last egg. So we are going to need 3 eggs in total, as you've seen. 3 eggs in total. Then I mix low speed. So after that I'm going to mix at high speed for 3 minutes. So have a timer. Mix at high speed for 3 minutes. Make sure. So this is how it looks after 3 minutes. So what I'm going to do next, I'm going to add in flour and knead it until it's smooth and soft, yeah, and not sticky. I'm going to use dough hooks, but if you don't have a mixer, I told you can knead using your hands. So I'm going to remove these ones and have these ones on. These ones are dough hooks, yeah. So we have our dough hooks on. At this stage, what I'm going to do, we have flour here. This flour is also 2 1/4 cups. So I'm going to add in the flour little by little as I'm mixing using the dough hooks. Alternatively, using your hands at home for those who don't have a stand mixer. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to add in the flour little by little as I mix using the dough hooks. So we really don't have a clear measurement of the flour to be used in the process of making the dough. So you'll just continue adding in flour. After this stage, you'll just add in flour until you have the dough as you like it. Yeah, till you have your dough as you like it and it's soft and it's not sticky. So I've added my flour. Again, I'm going to. So this is how our dough looks like, and it tells me it needs more flour. for it to be fine. So remember, if you're using dough hooks with your stand mixer, you should do it at low speed. Yeah, don't do it at high speed. Remember, you're doing it at low speed. So I'm going to add in flour. Not much, just a little bit. Yeah. Then after that, I'm just going to transfer it here and knead using my hands. Yeah. As you can see, I've transferred my dough from here to the surface. I'm going to finish off kneading using my hands. Yeah, it's almost ready. So make sure you knead it. Just add flour as much as the dough needs, but mine is ready. I'm just going to knead it a little bit. So I have my bowl. As you can see, I've greased it with oil. Yeah, the essence is for the dough not to stick. My bowl has got a lid, so actually you need to grease even your lid, because this dough is going to sit here for 30 minutes to 1 hour. So that means it's going to double up, and you don't want your dough sticking. If you're using cling film, kindly grease the cling film for the dough not to stick. So you can see our dough is ready. It looks nice. It's so soft. Yeah, soft and nice. It's nicely done. I'm going to transfer it to this. Let it sit there for 30 minutes to 1 hour. Yeah, until it doubles up. So that is how our dough looks like. I'm going to cover it, then come back after 30 minutes and show you what to do next. So guys, this is our dough. As you can see, it has doubled up. So what you do, don't punch it, just press it in gently to get rid of the air. Yeah, gently. So after this, I'm going to have it on this surface, spread it out using a rolling pin. I'm going to roll it, spread it out. Then I'm going to spread the fillers on top of it. Then roll it again into a sausage-like shape, cut it into pieces, and then have it in my baking tin. So we have the filler. As you can see, it consists of brown sugar. Then brown sugar is 155 grams. And then we have 1 tablespoon of cinnamon. And then we have 30 grams of all-purpose flour. Yes. And then we have margarine, around 65 to 75 grams of butter. Yeah, so our filler consists of butter, brown sugar, cinnamon, 1 tablespoon. Yes. And some all-purpose flour. Yeah, so that's our filler. I'm going to roll this out using a rolling pin, then spread the filler. Then I show you what to do next. So before you roll it, spread flour on the surface you're using, like so. Yeah, so that it doesn't stick, and it makes the rolling process easy. So we have our flour. Then we're going to dough. That is how our dough looks like. I had to spread it out kidogo. Don't stretch it out a lot. It should be thick so that it gives you easy time when folding it. Now I'm going to put the fillers. We have our filler. Showed you earlier. Have our filler. I told you the filler consists of brown sugar, 155 grams, 30 grams of all-purpose wheat flour, 1 tablespoonful of cinnamon. Yeah, you can get cinnamon from the supermarket. So 1 tablespoon of cinnamon, don't overdo it. And then it has got 60 grams of butter. So I had made this filler yesterday. Yeah, no wonder I've not shown you the process, but the process is actually mixing all the ingredients I've told you together. Then just put them in a bowl together and mix them well. Then you'll have your filler. You can actually add dried fruits. You can have like raisins if you love them. You can have walnuts. Yeah, so today I'm just going to do them plain. And maybe the next time I do it, I'll do them with raisins. Yeah, so I'm going to spread our filler here evenly. Always make sure you spread your filler evenly so that you can have a bite of the filler in every roll. So you don't want to have the filler piled up here and no fillers around here, but remember to leave a margin. It will help in the folding. So I'm going to fold from this side. Yeah, so I'm going to fold it from this side. Yeah, then I'll show you how it looks like, then we cut it. So we have rolled our dough into that shape. I hope you can clearly see how I rolled it. I showed you how I was starting out to fold it. So I've folded our dough into that shape. So I'm going to cut into pieces. I'm going to cut into pieces, and for me to cut them easier, I'm going to mark the center. Then I'm going to cut half here, half there, then these halves into halves. You can have them smaller or bigger. So I'm going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to have 8 cuts. So I'm going to cut them. Then show you what to do next. I'm going to butter my baking tin. So this is what I did. Have a baking tin. I buttered it using margarine. Yeah, so our baking tin is ready. I'm just going to cut this down into pieces, then arrange the balls in the baking tin, then bake for 35 minutes at 190 degrees. So those are our cuts, our rolls. I've cut them into 8 pieces. I'm going to arrange them in this tin. There we have them in the tin, in the baking tin. I'm going to cover them with cling film for another 30 minutes. And I'm going to spread some oil on the cling film so that when they rise, they don't touch they don't stick on the cling film. So it has got to have some oil for them not to stick, because I'm going to leave them here to proof again. Yeah, so I must cover them. Loosely cover them like so. See, they're not tight. Just loosely cover them so that you give them space to prove as much as they can. And then after 30 minutes, we are going to bake them at 190 degrees for 30 to 35 minutes. Wow, our final results are here, guys, and I just love how they came out. Just look how well they just browned. They look perfect. I'm going to let them cool, then I'm going to make some cream. It's optional actually, but if you want some extra sweetness, you can make cream using icing sugar and some 2 tablespoonfuls of milk. Then you can make cream and sprinkle on top of them, and it'll be good to go. This is how we are going to make our frosting. We're going to need like 60 grams of powdered sugar or icing sugar. Then I'm going to add 2 tablespoons milk and then mix well. So I just flipped the rolls, and this is how they look. The other side, the bottom side of them looks like this, and this is how our pan looks. Yeah, you can see some brown sugar stuck down there. Yes. So I'm actually going to sprinkle some icing, some cream on top of them. Then we're going to taste. I already made the cream. I used 60 grams of icing sugar and 3 tablespoons of milk. So I'm going to sprinkle. Randomly, but it's optional, remember. If you're not a sweet tooth like me, you can avoid it. Yes, so if you don't want the cream to run, kindly wait for the rolls to cool, then you can sprinkle your cream. Yeah, mine is still kind of warm. I didn't give it time to cool, no wonder my cream is running. So I'm going to cut full and have a taste. Let me get a knife. So let's cut. Oh, let's just separate it. Let's get this one. I'm going to get a fork. So this is how the inside looks, well baked. Make sure not to over bake it because it will actually come out dry. Let me have a taste. So nice, so tasty, so nice with the cream. Yeah, so my breakfast is sorted. Maybe you can try this recipe at home. See you next time. Bye bye.